What's up guys? Happy Thanksgiving to anyone who celebrates. Today we're gonna be trying something sort of crazy. I'll be making a Peking duck from my house. And I've never done this before. I've seen some highlights from a couple content creators and feeling okay about it. I think we can try, we will try our best. I mean, I don't have a lot of this stuff. So I have some twine that I'll hang the duck to let it dry, and I don't have like a refrigerator that can hold that duck, so I'll be putting it in the laundry room. But hey, you gotta start somewhere. So I also have seen that a lot of these cooks have used like bike pumps to separate the skin from the meat. I unfortunately can't do that today, but so this is gonna be a huge experiment, but let's try it. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna start by carving up the duck a bit. That was just kind of hard, but.
Oh, it's dripping.
All right, now that we've cut up the duck, we're gonna wash it and defeather it. Now we're just defeathering the duck after washing it. We're gonna give it another quick rinse and then start prepping the boiled water, which we're gonna pour over the duck. So right now, I don't have tweezers, so I'm just manually plucking out any of the feather stems that I can see. And then we'll continue prepping by boiling the hot water over it. This. We're just putting boiling water on the skin so that it tightens up the skin.
I can't with the neck, bruh. The neck's just hanging out.
Okay, so right now I'm preparing a syrup mixture. Usually maltose is used, but I'm just using honey since I don't have maltose, and some rice vinegar. And I'll be pouring that over the duck and hanging it to rest for a couple days. So let's go. Okay, so to make this part a bit easier, I put it in the turkey rack that we usually bake the Thanksgiving turkey in, and I'll start pouring the syrup over to the top. Okay, so here we've got the hot syrup. We'll just be pouring that over the top. Hopefully this will come out like that amber maroon color. Honestly, I don't have any exact measurements for this stuff. It's all kind of just like look and feel. I'll tell you how it is at the end. Okay, I don't have any meat hooks, so we're gonna have to kind of improvise with some twine. And I wish I had a big enough refrigerator, but right now I don't. There's a ton of Thanksgiving leftovers in there, and it's not a crazy big refrigerator. So we're gonna be hanging this in my laundry room, aka my dog's playpen.
This looks like a crime. With like the gross background, it's like, girl, look at, like, just look.
I know, this looks like horrible. Alright, I gotta get kind of creative with how I tie this knot. I don't want too much of this to be covered in twine, so this probably looks hella sus.
Just look up in the mirror, look up in the camera.
This is definitely less than ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, let's see how sturdy this is.
Vicky, maybe have to wrap it closer to its joint. This looks very wrong. This looks horrible.
Okay.
Is it strong enough?
Let's hope so. I sure hope so. This duck is pretty heavy.
Oh, someone's coming.
I ain't gonna lie. This duck is pretty heavy.
I hear someone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Make sure she doesn't come in. My dog's getting a bit curious, as dogs do. Alright, I'm gonna have to like get multiple knots on this thing. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. This looks like, oh my god, this looks like a horror movie.
I know.
Okay.
This looks so wrong.
Okay. Well, this is an experiment, and this is the best we can do with what we've got right now.
This is like the new Creeps tape unleashed.
I know. Oh my god, this looks very horrifying. Okay. What's up, y'all? It's been about almost 24 hours, about 22 hours. So we're gonna go check on the duck right now. I know this looks like super sus, the way I'm just like hanging it in my laundry room and like what the room looks like, but hey, I'm working with what I've got, and it's pretty cold up here in New England, so we've been able to make like a makeshift refrigerator. But overall, the duck looks pretty good, I think. I mean, like, you can tell that the color's changed a bit. It's got a bit more of like an amber color, which is what we're going for. So I'm gonna make a special marinade right now that I'm gonna be rubbing, that I'm gonna be using for the duck. Let's go get to it right now. Okay, so things are starting to get messy now. That's why I changed my shirt. And we're gonna get ready with our marinade. Just get all the stuff. Okay, for this marinade seasoning, I'm gonna be adding 5 spice powder. I don't really have exact measurements, unfortunately. I'm just hoping that this comes out and tastes good. Trusting that it'll be kind of innate for me to get this kind of seasoning right. I've had Peking Duck before, so I kind of know what it smells and what it tastes like. Definitely got some 5 spice powder in there. Garlic powder, onion powder, white pepper. Just gonna add a little more of everything. Hoisin sauce. Oh, wow. That's a bit more liquid than I thought. We'll add some honey to this. And what I'm trying to do is just create some sort of paste that we're gonna be lathering on the inside of this duck. Now that this has some time to dry up, should be pretty good. We're gonna continue to let it dry another 23-ish hours or so. I'm gonna try to cook it around like 3 tomorrow. Okay, this is what it looks like. Almost looks like a chocolate mix, but it smells very fragrant, like a Chinese shop, honestly. Alright, we're gonna go lather this in the duck now. I know this is probably gonna look very disturbing, and yes, I myself am pretty disturbed by this. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know if doing this is necessarily like considered traditional, but we're just trying to impart as much flavor as we can, just because we don't have necessarily a bunch of kitchen or like industrial grade equipment. We're trying our best to make this as best as possible. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We're just gonna let this continue to dry for the next 24-ish hours, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow to cook it. Okay, the big day is finally here. We'll be roasting the duck. It's been about 40 hours now. This thing took so long, I was able to get a haircut in between since I started letting the duck air dry. So we're gonna take it down, throw it in this pan. I think that's probably the easiest thing. We're gonna have it cook on this wire while this pan sort of collects all the fat drippings. And we're gonna bake it in the oven for about 1 hour at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius, but I'll put that right here. Just gotta hope and pray that this comes out good. So let's get going. Bob, do we have aluminum foil? So here's a look at the duck before we put it in the oven. As you can see, like, since the first day we started drying it, it's gotten a bit more of like a yellow-orange color, and you can see some of it's gone a bit red, which just shows that it dried overall pretty well, and you can see that seasoned on the inside. So here's a look at it before, after, and I wrapped the wings just so they wouldn't burn too easily, since they're pretty thin now after the drying process. But the oven's preheated, so we're gonna toss it in and let it sit for about like an hour. So while the duck is resting and the buns are steaming, we're gonna prepare some of the accompaniments. Slicing up some scallion right now.
Here's a close-up.
Well, pretty
Pretty good. I will say, I think it could be marinated a little longer or probably dried a bit to make the flavor a little stronger, but it's good, very good. I'd say, I guess 7 out of 10.
I'd put maybe a little salt on this, but I think other than that, I think I agree, 7 out of 10. It's a fair rating.
Good.
Very good.
Very
duck,
good.
though. Very good.
Very good. I'm gonna re-rate because I was thinking and evaluating more on how difficult it really is actually to make duck, and I know I can make that. Yeah, wait, cut that out. And I'll also be speaking for my boyfriend who is still eating, but he's not here to review with me. We give it a 8.5 out of 10 because it's still very juicy, and it's very hard to create duck the way that Steven did it. So we give him an 8.5 out of 10.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Overall, I think the duck came out really good. Honestly, I was really happy with how the duck came out. The skin came out exactly how I had wanted it to. It was like a dark reddish amber color, and I was really happy with that. It was crispy, which is, I think, really hard to do, especially when you don't have a fridge that has enough space to hold the duck. Making that makeshift fridge in the laundry room ended up actually working out. It still maintained its moisture too. The duck was really moist on the inside. My mom gave it a 9 out of 10. Let me know if you want to see me cook anything else. Peace.